Hello everyone, I'd like to introduce the first edition of Teamtalk Special, which is a way of interacting with all the Reynolds team while we're in this very unusual phase of our lives. Firstly, I'd like to thank everybody for their continued support. Most importantly, I want to wish you all and your families the best of health, and hopefully everyone's obeying to the strict guidelines of social distancing and face masks and all these other things now that are becoming everyday occurrences. From our point of view, the Reynolds business, the Reynolds family, are all aware that everybody has been through very unusual times. It's been a very tough period for all of us, and no more so than in our business that we've built up over the last 30 years. We've had to make, more tough decisions over the last 3 or 4 months than we have in our history. And that's quite incredible. It's still tough. We are experiencing return of customers, which has enabled us to unfurlough some staff. It's enabled us to bring people back part-time. And unfortunately, we don't think things are going to pick up that quickly. So as a way of trying to keep those that are continually being furloughed hopefully feeling part of the company, we want to try this video Teamtalk special to help people engage with the business and to share their experiences, share their personal stories, their hobbies, their successes, anything really that we can engage as a family business like we did not that long ago, but it seems like a very long time ago. So I think for me, it's about welcoming everybody back. As I said, we've been through some tough times. We've had to do some really difficult things, but we've got a lot of that out the way. For us now, it's about positive thinking. It's about engaging with everybody, not just within the Reynolds working day, but any of those people that are still on furlough. So we want to welcome you all back to Teamtalk, and this is the first of hopefully many over a sort of bi-weekly process, and hopefully we can all see each other in the not too distant future. Keep safe. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name's David Withers. I'm Distribution Operations Manager for Reynolds Catering Supplies. I've been working for Reynolds now for 14 years. When I originally started, I was Distribution Shift Manager and then got promoted to Distribution Operations Manager about 2 years ago. I want to go back to week 13 of this year, when obviously we've had the pandemic. That was when the government announced that they were doing lockdown. And within that lockdown, they were shutting down all the restaurants, pubs and clubs. So that means 90+% of our business, what we supply, had to shut. So the only thing we could supply was to our care home industry, namely things like Bupa. There was obviously other restaurants that we did supply who actually went on the back end of the NHS Nightingales and the pop-up hospitals. So we also provided them food, what they made for the NHS staff. For that, we had a reduced task force of 25 drivers who where we was before delivering up to 68,000 bulk a night, we actually reduced down to 3 days and we was only delivering about 4,000 bulk. So if you imagine, that's a massive reduction in the volume we was taking out. Since then, the government have obviously announced that the restrictions have been loosened. So then what we been able to, so the restaurants have been able to open up under restrictions still, or minimum restrictions, but we've been able to deliver to more customers. So now we've seen our volume go from 4,000 up to 24,000 to 25,000 tonight. Instead of running just 3 depots, we're now up to 5 depots. So where we was like the 24, 25 drivers, we're now up to the 71 drivers. So it's quite a significant drivers returned. Yes, there are still some on furlough, and we're hoping to get them drivers back soon. And we will be in contact with them very soon to let them know what their shift patterns will be. So, so now what I'm going to be doing is passing you over to some of our drivers who can now explain and let you know what's happened to them throughout the pandemic. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ross. I've been with Reynolds for 3 years now. I started out on the DDS scheme, as it was called back then, and worked my way up to being a Class 2 driver, which I've been doing for roughly 2.5 years.
Hi, my name's Daniel Bloxham. I've been working at Reynolds for 10 years now. I started my career as a VA on the prep team. A year and a half into my job, I passed my Class 2 license, and I've been doing that up until 2 years ago, where I passed my Class 1 when I moved into the yard.
Hi, yeah, my name's Ian George. I've been with Reynolds for 17, 18 years or so as a Class 2 driver, and I'm one of the first 22 task force team to work through this pandemic.
Since the lockdown was instigated by Boris Johnson, being at home constantly, very, very weird for me. I prefer to be out, always busy doing something, but it does give you time to do other things, spend time with the missus and the dog, have my kitchen done, which is almost finished. We finished this weekend. Being called back to work from the furlough was strange, and coming back and now working in the warehouse on 2 days and driving on 3 days has, well, I suppose it's given me new skills. Never did anything in the warehouse beforehand. We come in and our lorries are normally loaded, whereas now we have a chance to come in, we get to learn how to pick, how the warehouse is run itself, and load our own vehicles.
Ever since the end of March, everything has changed here basically. It's from going from 100 miles an hour to nothing at all. What has changed here is I've been doing extra roles, like I've been doing a bit of warehouse work, more stuff around the yard, painting the gatehouse, doing office-based work that I would never ever do before, booking suppliers in, and yeah, it's just changed a lot.
But we started off beginning of March, when things were at a bad point, when we was doing everything in the warehouse, from picking, loading the lorries. I actually got to learn to drive the floor scrubber and cleaning the warehouse floors. Some of the guys, we've been cleaning the trucks. We've also been doing a bit of gardening, keeping the depot as clean as we can, and all bits and pieces like that. And the guys been working, the original 22 and plus the new guys now, the banter has kept us going. We've been doing some long hours and just getting on with the job and doing the best we can. The company's sort of looked after us, and sort of really feel proud to work for Reynolds during these troubled times. Hopefully things will be getting back to normal now.
Yeah, returning from the lockdown, being eased the first 2 weeks back driving, it was predominantly care homes and NHS-based deliveries, anything that was left open at the time. And since the lockdown's been eased a week or so ago, 2 weeks, we've now got pubs, and some of the cafes and things have started to return, and the routes have changed up again, which is good. Means we're getting back to business as normal.
And now it's just everything's starting to pick up, and it's like it's going back to 100 miles an hour again.
Yeah, that's all from me. Everyone take care and goodbye.
For those on furlough, looking forward to seeing you again. Keep safe.
Hey, it's competition time. Did you spot Javier's little helper in the video? If so, tell us where you saw him and email your answers to lnd@reynolds-cs.com. Closing date is Monday the 27th of July. Good luck, hope you win.
Hi everyone, I'm Shab from Transport. I'm part of the new Task Force Engagement Group here at Reynolds Catering Supplies, along with fellow colleagues Artie, Boo, Daniel, Terry, Phil and Mohammed from the warehouse. We will be called Reynolds Connect, and our aim is to keep all our colleagues and family connected as one, and we have come up with some fun initiatives during this time. Please keep an eye out for next week's initiative, which will be championed by me and Boo, and we look forward to everyone joining in.
Don't forget, if you have a question about the business and don't know who to ask, why not send your question to Tony Reynolds at asktony@reynolds-cs.com. Also, the employee information line gets updated every Tuesday with new business update information and reminders. Call 02 03 81 61 089 to hear the latest update.